Welcome to Tech Brothers with Amir. In this video, we are going to learn how to export data to multiple Excel sheets from single SQL Server table in SSIS package. So let's go ahead and take a look. Here I have a table called TotalSale. If you run the select query on this table, we see different columns. One of the columns is called region. We have North America, Asia, and Europe as regions in this table. So what we would like to do, we would like to create an Excel file that should create three different Excel sheets. So North America data should be going on one, Asia data should be going on the second one, and the Europe data should be going on the third one. So region column will use as a kind of sheet divider or a group or a filter column in our SSIS package. So if you would like to use country, you can use country. I mean, provide the country. USA data should be going on one sheet. The name of the sheet should be USA, and then Pakistan data should be going on the second sheet, and the sheet name will be Pakistan. Then we have a sheet for India and a sheet for France and Germany. We will experiment this. I will show you. So you need a column which you would like to use as a filter or for a grouping or as a divider to the records on multiple sheets. Now let's go ahead and open SSDT SQL Server Data Tools and create our SSIS package. Now right click on the SSIS package tab, new SSIS package, and here we are going to call this one create multiple sheets from single table. We will be creating a few variables that we will use. Why? Because if you are creating variables by changing small values to those variables, you can change the requirement, and also you can use those variables in the configuration. So tomorrow, let's say on UAT or production or QA, your folder path is changing or your table name is changing. You don't have to worry about that. You can pass the value to the configuration and the SSIS package will read that and act according to the configuration values. Let's create this variable, add variable. Let's call this one folder path. That's where we would like to create the Excel file. And I'm gonna create here in this folder. Let's go to the source folder. How about destination folder? I have a destination folder. Why not? Delete these all files here and just copy that. Now come back here and provide the value. The next part we would like to have Excel file name. So you can provide the name whatever you like for your Excel file. Here I'm going to say let's Tech Brothers underscore total sale. And next we would like to create a file, or you can call this one column group or column filter group, whatever you like. Column name that you are using for column name for grouping, that makes probably more sense, or filtering. This is the column. In our case it is going to be region, as we would like to divide the data from this table to different sheets according to the region. So that's the column we need to provide here. I'm going to tell like okay region, and final we have to tell like from which table we are getting the data. I'm going to say table name and going to use the schema and table. So total sale, that's our table name, total sale. If you have different schema, sales or HR or anything, you can use that one, but provide the complete name plus schema with as a table name. So this is it. As we need to read the data from SQL Server database, and this is the table from where we want to get the data. We need a connection manager. Go to connection managers panel, right click here and say new dbo.net connection. Delete the existing one. Let's create a new one. We'll be using a SQL Server instance name here, and then have to provide the database name. It's taken a couple of seconds, this one, and now we provide the TechBrothersIT database name, test connection. This voice, I'm sure this is very annoying when we hit a test connection, but we need that sometime to make sure it is working. Now right click here, rename, and provide some meaningful name to the connection manager, sorry, db underscore connection. This is very early morning, so I'm working on the weekends. I'm still not awake. Okay, that's fine. Now we are good. We will bring the script task here, save it. Let's open the script task. Now we will use the language for scripting. Here I'm using Visual C#. You can use VB if you would like, but I'm not going to provide the code for VB. You can take the script and convert. There are online converters if you would like to, but as long as your package works, maybe you are okay with the C#. Go ahead and start using C#. It's not bad. It's good. I like that. It's much easier for me as compared to the Visual Basic. That's what I feel, but everybody has their own preferences. So we select the variables, all those 4 user variables, and hit OK. Now we can hit OK and save it, just in case you close your task script task editor, so the mapping will be gone. So most of the time what I do, I select the variables here and then hit OK, and then come back and use working on edit script. Now we need to add some code. I have already written the code and created a post on TechBrothersIT.com. So we are going to copy some script from there. Go to TechBrothersIT.com. Once you are there, you are going to go to the SSIS video tutorials, and under the video tutorials you will be going to the script task, and here we have Excel source and destination. You are going to go to the number 24 here, how to export data to multiple Excel sheets from single SQL Server table. Click there. It's going to open that. See, the post is written. If you are in the office, you can use this post. You don't have to worry about watching the video. So you can simply follow step by step from here. Namespaces has to be added in our script. So let's copy those namespaces. Go back here under the namespaces, go after the form and paste it. System.io, as we are reading the file and all that information, okay, this namespace will be used. System data.oledb, as we are writing the data to the Excel, this namespace will be used, and as we are reading the data from the SQL server, we'll be using data.sql clients namespace. We will be using different methods from these namespaces. Next we have this part of code, so we need to copy this, go all the way till here, copy, come back to your editor, and then remove this success part, because I have this part of code in the try catch block. So once we paste it here, we are going to hit save button and then go and click on a build. So you will see that build succeeded, no errors. That's great. Now what is going to happen? We are going to take a look and fix our variable names. Maybe we have made some mistake, but if not, we are good. Then we can just read the code and what we are doing here. So first of all, we are declaring some variables here, and then same in start from here. Let's say, sorry, string date time. This is the variable we declared, and save the date time dot now. So that's gonna save the current year, month, date, and hour, and minute, and second. Once we save it here, we can use at different places in our SSIS, in our script. Now why I'm using it? Because every time I want to run my package, I want to create that Excel file with the date time, and also I would like to use this one for my log file. If error happen, I would like to create a log file with this same date time, so we can track that error. Here I'm creating these variables and using the SSIS variables to provide the values to these values in the script task. So we have a Excel file name, a folder path, table name, and column for grouping. I would like to open this on the other side and see column name for grouping, fine, Excel file name, folder path, and table name. Yeah, that's exactly matching. These are case sensitive. So in case you feel like, okay, you have made some mistake or change the name of the variable, you have to come back here and make the change. Next, what I'm doing, Excel file name, I'm saying Excel file name underscore and the date time. So I'm adding date time to the Excel file name. Whatever the name we have provided here to this variable, then add the date time part to it. Now we are good. Here we are using OLEDB connection, new OLEDB connection, creating a new instance so we can use for our Excel, and a command we will use that later, new OLEDB command. Here I'm building my string, so string connection string, and this is a variable I declared, and then I said provider Microsoft.ac.oledb 12.0 data source folder path plus Excel file. So you see here we are making connection to the Excel file. As of now, file is not created, but this is where it should be created. So folder path, that's folder path, and then plus Excel file. You see here we do not have any backslash here. That's one of the problem. We have to fix it. If we would not put the backslash here, it is going to write the data to the our parent folder. I should have at the end in the variable value, I should have backslash at the end. I will put that and show you what I'm talking about. Okay, now, or we can simply, if we don't like to add there, always we can put here. So that's one way to do it. Your choice. I recommend handling the things there. Otherwise we are okay here. We need one backslash at the end of folder path, backslash is the file name. Now drop the file if it exists. See what is happening here, it is not going to drop any file because the file name we are adding, it is to the second level. You are not going to create two files on the same with the date time, but tomorrow if your requirement change, every time you want run a package, it should just create a file with the year, month and day. So in each day you maybe run 20 times this a package, but you want to have only one file. So that's where if you will remove the hour, minutes and seconds part, then what will happen, every time your package will run, it will drop the file and recreate with the same date. That's with a small tweak we can change the requirement. And often users ask, hey, if I want to keep running my package every day, fine, but I want to have only one file. So okay, fine, no big deal, just remove this part and keep running the package. Next, we are using ADO.NET connection from the SSIS package to read the data from the table. See here we have a DB connection. I have saved the package, I have built I have saved the script, I have built the script, and you see that it is saying build succeeded. But DB connection, that's incorrect. We do not have even DB connection in our SSIS package. We have DB underscore connection underscore TechBrothersIT. So you see that even your variable name will be not matching with your SSIS variable, or connection manager is not going to throw error. Even you will build, it will say build succeeded. You have to take care of this part by yourself and pay attention. In your case, you will not have a DB connection underscore TechBrothersIT. You will have your database name or your connection manager name, whatever you used in creating of a connection manager. So provide that one. Here what I'm doing, I'm declaring a variable called query and saying select distinct column name for group. So in our case it's region from the table. So get that distinct value. It will get us North America, Asia and Europe, because that's what we would like to loop through and create the sheet for each of the group. Now once I have that one, what I did, I went to the next level and ran this statement. So we executed this statement and save the data into the DT data table. Now once we have the data in the DT data table, we can loop through. So I'm using the for each loop to loop through and reading each row. And I know that there is only one value there, so item array, and it's 0, and I'm saying column value. So that's the value will be saved. First on first loop we will save North America, let's say, and next we will have Asia, on third we will have Europe. So it will, whatever the values you have in that data table, it will read one after one and save it. Excuse me. Now next part is we have to run the query that will get us all the data from that table by using that column as a filter. Select asterisk from table where column name for group. So remember we are saying select asterisk from table dbo.TotalSale table where our region is equal to the column value. So as we are looping through the values, we can pass that, and once we have it, we will save that in data set. This data set is full And this part, what we are going to do here, we are going to read the column header from that data set. Once we read it, we will concatenate and make our create statement. Why we would need to make a create statement? We are just dumping the data into the Excel, because Excel sheet has to be created before we dump the data to that sheet. So we build this string, column string, and these are all like, okay, you are in our case, let's say we are adding this square parentheses, we are saying it's text type, we are trimming few things and removing last two characters and all that. This is all part of building a create statement. So this is how it is, like it will build, say, create table, and then it will bring that let's say Asia. So it is going to be Asia, and then it will say, okay, what we have here as a ID. So this is ID, I'm sorry, it is like this, ID, text, and salesperson first name, F name, text, and keep going. So this is how our create statement will be built. That's what we are doing there. Just concatenating, or you can loop in through the header and then making them in this shape. So we can create we can build a create statement for our table depending on the variable values. So here, see, when the first value will come for, we got the data for Asia, let's say, or Europe. Now we have a data, we have to get the header and generate the create statement for our Excel sheet. So this is the part that is doing. So this is if you want to see here table columns, I would leave this one and show you actually. So you will see how the columns are concatenated, and then here we are saying create table, and we are using value, column value. That means Asia, North America, or Europe. Or if you have to have more values on each of the iteration, it will change, and then create that sheet. So once you create that sheet, you need to dump the data. To dump the data, we have to read from the data table again, and here we are saying, okay, ds.tables, we have only one table here, and then we are concatenating and building the insert statement. So we are saying insert into column value Asia, Europe, or North America, whatever the sheet name is, and then say SQL command values. So this is the list of the columns. The same way we say write the insert statement for SQL Server table. Insert into table, put the list of the columns, and then we have to provide the values, and this part is getting the values for us. So you see that we are putting single quotes around all of them, and looping through that each of the row, and just generating that values part. And once that's done, we just run the query that is going to insert the data to the Excel sheet. And once after success, we close the connection, and this is the success part. Which success tell the SSIS package the script is successful. In case of failure, we will come to the catch block. So this was try block, we have try on top of that. See here we have try. So this is every code is in the try block. So it is going to try and write the data to the different sheets. Let me show you the catch block at the end. We have catch block here. In case there is a problem, it is going to write a log file in the same folder path what we have provided for our Excel file, and then it is going to use the Excel file name, and what will happen, Excel file name, and then it will add the date time to it, and then the extension will be log, and it will write the exception to it. Let's create that error first. So let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and do one thing. Let's say it was a select distinct instead, and from here let's just make some error. Say test. Now save this script. Come back here, save it. And that's where I was talking about, like folder path. If you do not provide at the end, you don't provide backslash, that's not correct paths, but we have added backslash in the script itself, so that's fine. Otherwise, if you don't want to add it, just leave this part, you know, and provide a backslash here. You don't have to make change in the script. I was just showing you like this can be done here, or it can be done inside. So run the package, come to the folder, let's see what we get. the package failed. So that's the good news for us. As we were testing the failure scenario, we have to come back and check that TechBrothers, that's the Excel file name, and underscore total sale, that's what we told. Okay, this is what we want. And now we will take a look here. It's an element cannot be found in collection. That happened because so you see that it is trying to tell us like there is some error, and element could not find any collection of containers. So this error, I can tell you, is from something. Maybe we made a mistake in the variable names, and that's not cannot found in collection. So that means this is not even the error with our the select query. So you see here, runtime variable dot get item object index. So it means that there is something we did a mistake with the variable names. So I'm going to go ahead and stop it. Let's review our. We have Excel file name, that's correct, folder path, table name, and column name for grouping. So maybe this is where we made a mistake. I'm going to copy, come back. Let's take a look, because this has to be exact same. See here, column name F is capital here or uppercase. In our case, the variable we have created, it is a lowercase. So that's one reason it is creating problem. But that's good. We learn how to find the problem and fix it. I like that actually. So when you get the error, something like that is missing in the collections and all that, the element cannot be found in collection, that means you are having problem with the variables. And especially when you get that information, so you see that there is a variable that get item, so that's the problem. Now we are good here. Now if we will run this package one more time, we are going to get into another trouble, and that's with the select query that we have messed by ourselves. We try to make it incorrect or create the error. So going to run this one more time. Okay, it failed again. We are going to the second part of it and say incorrect syntax near. So you see that it is telling us at least somewhere you have incorrect syntax near this dot. That's not really big help, but then you have to further look into that and take a detailed look, like okay, where I'm using dot and all those kind of things. But we know that where we created a problem. There is another way to debug this code, but I don't want to spend a whole lot of time here for debugging, but let me show you real quick. You can put the breakpoints. So when you put the breakpoints and you feel like, okay, till here my code is working just fine, I don't have any problem. Let's say till here we feel like, okay, our code is just working fine, we don't have any problem. You click here and see this red circle. That's what happened. You click here, okay, this is fine. Now you're building query, you are fine, you know. So you can add different checkpoints here or breakpoints and see where exactly is error happen. So if you don't believe in some part of your code, come back and put that and then close it. I'm going to show you what will happen. Now we start our SSIS package. So many people are not going to like me. I know that. I get these comments all the time. You make your videos very lengthy, and some people say you make it very short. So I have no idea like what to do. But anyways, I really appreciate the time you guys spend to watch my videos and listen me. Even my voice is not that pleasant to listen, but I hope it is helpful in your career. Let's see what happened here. Now we see that it stopped here, and we can take a look on further things here. If I will right now my audio.connection is a null. If I will put it continue or press F5, the value will change here. So you see that we are getting the connection. Now once the connection is done, so the query as of now is the null. So once we run this one, we come back and hover our mouse here on query, we see that select distinct region from test dbo.TotalSale. That's incorrect, and okay, fine, it is where it will throw us error. Let's see. So now we we went to the next line of the code. Okay, we are declaring a new data table in the memory. We are saying load this table and run this query. So that part, that's where error happen. So what you need to do, you need to put the breakpoints and walk through step by step and figure out the problem. And now I don't want to spend more time and show you all that. Let's remove those breakpoints and remove the test keyword from the select. Sorry, actually I think so it is in select. Here, let's remove them. My point is that once you have these ones, you can see the value before and after. And once error happen, it show you small kind of window here and warning, and you can take a look here what exactly is error. Now remove this test, hit save, run your SSIS package. Now this time it should create a Excel file successfully, and this is the column list I was talking about. See, ID, text, salesperson first name, text. So this is the column list it is creating for the create statement for Excel sheet. So in each time it is gonna create it. So first time it created it, and you see that Excel file is there. It dumped the data for first value. Now it is going for the second value. Now it is going for the third value, and we are all done here. Close your, stop your package. Let's go ahead and watch or look our Excel, and here we have Asia, we have Europe, and we have North America. So we created multiple sheets from single table in SSIS package. Now tomorrow your requirement does change. Let's say your requirement does change and say, no, we don't want to use this region, we want to use country. So instead of the region, you're going to go back here and say country. No big deal. So this value will you will change from the configuration. You even don't have to come to SSIS package. Once you deploy the package, you don't worry about that, come into package and making changes. You will go to configuration and change the value for column name for grouping variable from region to country. Now we can use this one to create multiple sheets per country. Okay, fine. I will remove this message part from my script. I don't need to use it, but it was just for debugging to show you guys how it works. And you see that here we have France data and France country, Germany and Germany. We have India, and we have Pakistan, and we have finally USA. So you see that data is filtered according to the countries now. This is really awesome, and I like the way instead of struggling with the OLEDB destinations and writing all those expressions, I feel like this is a more quicker way, and this is more cleaner as compared to the writing expressions and using the built-in Excel destination and all that. And every time we have a problem, it is a whole lot like come back and make changes, and especially with the columns, let's say column mapping. If the column mapping does change, so you have another problem now. In this case, you are selecting everything. So if tomorrow your columns are changing, you don't have to worry. So this will even you have less or more columns from this table, doesn't matter. It is going to take it and do it. But if you have done with the built-in Excel destination, and you have mapped the columns to the Excel and create the templates and all those kind of things, you are in trouble. If you're getting 2 more columns you are added to the table, you have to come back and make changes to the package. If you are deleting the columns, you have to come back and fix those. So I would recommend probably using the script as in this case, just passing these small values, and you are done, as we are doing most of the part on the fly, and it's more dynamic. Thanks very much for watching this video. I'm going to put the link for the script used in this video in the video description, so you don't have to go to Tech Brothers, figure it out where the link is or where the post is and find the script. So it should be in the description. I will ask you to go there and click from there and get the code. Thanks very much one more time, and I will see you guys in the next video.